Hi there, what an amazing day it is today. My name is Mr. Pete. I'm a fourth grade teacher. I'm currently reading K.T. Camillo's The Tale of Despereaux, and we're getting right into the mix of it, aren't we? We are heading down the path on chapter 37 of this horrible plan that Despereaux and Despereaux have concocted. Really, it's Despereaux. And they are planning on kidnapping the princess and taking her into the dungeon. Despereaux has nibbled through the rope, and Gregory is now wandering through the maze of the dungeon lost. And the plan is about to take effect with Despereaux sleeping in the pantry. Chapter 37, A Small Taste. She was asleep and dreaming of her mother, the queen, who was holding out a spoon to her and saying, "Taste this, my sweet pea. Taste this, my darling, and tell me what you think." The princess leaned forward and sipped some soup from the spoon her mother held out to her. "Oh, Mamma," she said, "it's wonderful. It's the best soup I have ever seen." "Yes," said the queen, "it is wonderful, isn't it?" "May I have some more?" said the pea. "I gave you a small taste so that you would not forget," said her mother. "I gave you a small taste so that you would remember." "I want more." But as soon as the princess said this, her mother was gone. She disappeared, and the bowl and the soup spoon disappeared along with her. "Lost things," said the pea, "more lost things." And then she heard her name. She turned happy, thinking that her mother had come back, but the voice was not her mother's. The voice belonged to somebody else, and it was coming from someplace far away, and it was telling her to wake up. Wake up! The pea opened her eyes and saw Despereaux standing over her bed, a knife in one hand and a candle in the other. "Meg," she said. "Go," said Meg softly. "Say it," commanded Despereaux. Meg closed her eyes and shouted her piece. "If you does not want to get hurt, princess, you must come with me." "Whatever for?" said the princess in an annoyed tone. As I have noted before, the princess was not a person who was used to being told what to do. "What are you talking about?" Meg opened her eyes and shouted, "You got to come with me, so after we take some lessons, you some long lessons, and me some short ones, together way down in the deep downs, I can be you and you can be me." "No," shouted Despereaux from Meg's pocket. "No, no, you are doing it wrong." "Who said that?" "Your Highness," said Despereaux, and he crawled out of Meg's pocket and made his way up to her shoulder and situated himself there, laying his tail across her neck to balance himself. So remember, the last time Princess Peace saw Despereaux is when her mom died. Let's see if she recognizes him. "Your Highness," he said again, and he raised the spoon slowly off his head and smiled, displaying his mouth full of truly hideous, ugly teeth. "I think it would be best if you do as Despereaux suggests. She is, as you can quite clearly see, in possession of a knife, a large knife, and she will, if pushed, use it." "This is ridiculous," the princess said. "You can't threaten me. I'm a princess." "We," said Despereaux, "are all too aware of the fact of what you are. A knife, however, cares nothing for the fact that you are royalty and you will bleed, I assume, just like any other human." The pea looked at Meg. Meg smiled. The knife glinted in the light of the candle. "Meg," she said, her voice shaking the tiniest bit. "I really do not think," said Despereaux, "that Meg would need much persuasion to use that knife, princess. She is a dangerous individual, easily led." "But we are friends," said the pea. "Aren't we, Meg?" "Eh?" said Meg. "Trust me," said Despereaux, "you are not friends, and I think it would be best if you addressed all your communications to me, princess. I am the one in charge here. Look at me." The pea looked right directly at the rat. and at the spoon on his head. Her heart skipped one beat, and then two. "Do you know me, princess?" "No," she said, lowering her head. "I don't know you." But, reader, she did know him. He was the rat who had fallen in her mother's soup, and he was wearing her dead mother's spoon on his head. The princess kept her head down, she concentrating on containing the rage that was leaping up inside of her. So one thing, that's hyperbole. Second thing is if you have something leaping up inside, it can't leap. People eat personification. "Look again, princess, or can you not bear to look? Does it pain your royal sensibilities to let your eyes rest on a rat?" "I don't know you," she said, "and I'm not afraid to look at you." The pea raised her head slowly. Her eyes were defiant. Highlight defiant. Defiant means she was fighting against. She stared at the rat. "Very well," said Roscuro. "Have it your way. You do not know me. Nonetheless, you must do as I say, as my friend here has a knife. So get out of bed, princess. We are going on a little journey. I would like it if you dressed in your loveliest gown, the one you were wearing at a banquet not so long ago." "And put on your crown," said Meg. "Put that on your princess head." "Yes," said Roscuro. "Please, princess, do not forget your crown." The pea, still staring at Roscuro, pushed the covers back and got out of bed. "Move quickly," said Roscuro. "We must take our little journey while it's still dark, and while the rest of the castle sleeps on, ignorant, oh so ignorant, I am afraid, of your fate." Except for one The princess took a gown from her closet. "Yes," said Roscuro to himself, "that is the one, the very one. Look how it sparkles in the light. Lovely." "I will need someone to do my buttons," said the princess as she stepped into the dress. "Meg, you must help me." "Little princess," said Roscuro, "do you think that you can outsmart a rat? Our dear Miggery Sow will not lay down her knife, not even for a moment. Will you, Miggery Sow? Because that might ruin your chances of becoming a princess. Isn't that right?" "Gaw," said Meg, "that's right." And so while Meg held the knife pointed in the direction of the princess, the pea sat and let the rat crawl all over her back, doing her buttons up for her one by one. The princess held very still. The only movement she allowed herself was this. She licked her lips over and over again because she thought she could taste there the sweet saltiness of the soup that her mother had fed her in her dream. "I have not forgotten, Mamma," she whispered. "I have not forgotten you. I have not forgotten soup." And we're going to stop right there. We can see the plan is taking shape, that Miggery's not super smart about it, so Roscuro is taken over. Chapter 38, we head back to the dungeon. All right? Please make sure you like. Please make sure you subscribe. And please make sure you click that bell so you get notifications. Now listen, leave comments. Let's have that good conversation on a beautiful day like today. Talking about books is right up there with heaven. All right. I will see you on the next page. Peace. Oh.